Lulu, can I have my chair for a minute? Lulu. She said no. This is the one you never get to see. This one's Lulu. She's the main one. You can have it back in just a minute. I promise. You can have it back in just a minute. You can have it back in a minute, little girl. That's the one you never get to see. She's the mean little girl. Alright guys, we got a few things to talk about today. Hey, by the way, welcome in. If you've not already subscribed, please hit this subscribe, something scribe. I need more coffee. Subscribe button. Alright, a couple things to chit chat about today. And I always sound like I'm out of breath. It's just because I'm like super excited to get in here. Tomorrow is National Sew a Jelly Roll Day. So I have pulled a couple jelly rolls. And you're going to help me pick the fabric again. The pattern I am going to be using is a pattern that Fat Quarter Shop just came out with. It is a paid pattern, but it's only $5.98. And Kimberly is doing a live sew along today, or she's sewing it. I don't know if it's like sew along, but you know what I'm saying. She's sewing it on one of her lives today. And it is called what is wrong today? I don't know. Jelly Roll Arrows quilt pattern. And again, $5.98 for the PDF download. My printer's not the best. She's running out of ink. But guys, that is super pretty. And this is a super easy quilt. You could easily do a string quilt this way too. But there is a couple different sizes in here as well. So I'll see what I can do with one jelly roll, because it says bonus large lap size option inside. So pattern that I'll be using, $6, Fat Quarter Shop. Arrows. Okay. The jelly rolls that we have to choose from. And I have some more floating around, but I can't find them. I've also got this one, but this one is not. This is one I got from a mystery jelly roll. And I had two of them. And I think I give one away in a giveaway because I can only find one. But I think I had two because you get repeats when you do those sometimes. So yeah, this one is just not one. I mean, it would probably make a striking quilt in that, and I may end up using that for one to give as a gift or something, but that's probably not the one I want to use today. These are the three. This one is Gingham Foundry by Mind's Eye Riley Blake, and it is a really pretty navy, like blue-gray, kind of a deeper toned down yellow. Pretty colors. I think this is the one I want to use, but I'm letting y'all pick. This one is called HoneyBloom by Three Sisters Motive Fabrics. It is also blue and yellow, but it is very soft tones of like a sea foam, a very light sunny yellow, a grayish, more light toned. That'd be pretty for the spring. Or we have, and I believe this is called Once Upon a Christmas because the bow is in the way and I can't see what it says. Oh wait, here we go. Yeah, Once Upon a Christmas. I can scooch it out of the way. By Sweet Fire Road by Moda, and it is those beautiful bright cherry greens, that kind of pinky red, peppermint pinks, and whites. So those are the three jelly rolls. Which one do you guys want to do? Let me know down below. Alright, so speaking of picking the fabric, the quilt we just did, and I'll leave it linked up above. If you're not already following me, guys, follow me so we can quilt together. We quilted this one yesterday. It took me about 8 hours. I messed up on it twice. The first mess up was I turned one of my blocks when I was sewing it, because I know when I laid it out, it was laid out correctly. So I had to flip it when I sewed it. And I didn't notice it till I'd already sewed the row. And that's when I seen it. So I took the row off, flipped the block, and re-sewed the row. And then I realized later on that I had miscounted how many went in my rows. It was 5. I had 5, and it was supposed to be 7. So later, I did go back that evening after I took a little break. I was sitting here snipping threads while we chit-chat. I see threads. And I added the 2 rows back in because I was contemplating not adding the rows, using those extra blocks to make something else. But I did end up adding the 2 rows in. And so she is a full 7 rows. She's a full 7 rows across and 9 rows down. So I went in a cotton quilt today and picked out some fabric for a border. And I picked out this. And it's Lori Holt, and all of Lori Holt's fabrics go really good together. And this is Flea Market Lori Holt being my bonnet. And I just thought it would really pick up on all these really pretty grays and reds. Let me hold this up together so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Like this right here. I thought it would be really pretty. So I have 1 yard of that to make a 4-inch border around the outside. Around the outside. So there is that quilt, guys. We did that quilt in a quilt top in a day. It took me about 8 hours, and that was fixing my mistakes. Also, while we was there, I had my son with me, and he saw this material, and he's like, "Oh, can you make me a quilt out of that? Can you make me a quilt out of that?" It's deer. It's pretty. I love this kind of watercolory, marbly. So I got a yard, so I can make like a 3-yard quilt sometime in the future. I'll have to find some fabric to go with that. And it is, if you want to know what it is, see if I can find. Here we go. Here we go. Deborah Edwards and Melanie. Yeah, Melanie. I'm reading upside down. Melanie Samra of Northcott. Highland View. That's the name of this one. It's so pretty. Feels fantastic. Okay, so that's the only thing I bought today because, guys, I'm not working. The only income I'm getting is what I'll be getting from this channel right now. So please hit subscribe. Give this video a like and watch. And if you want to watch some of my other videos, there's a ton of quilt, easy peasy quilt videos on this channel. And speaking of easy quilt videos and National Jelly Roll Day, I have 2 quilts here that I have made to show you. The first quilt, I think, is also a fat quarter shop pattern. I think I will leave the video linked up above where I made this top, and it's been a couple years ago. And I started hand quilting it, and I didn't like the hand quilting, so I started machine quilting it. And it is a jelly roll with some background, and I think I used a white jelly roll and a colored jelly roll. Again, keeps you from cutting a lot. But it's easy peasy, as you can see. It's just, this is 1 block and this is 1 block. You know, I made this when I had COVID. I was homesick with COVID, so mistakes were made. There's a few wonky blocks. Corners don't match up. You know, it's okay. I don't stress over it. This is my quilt. It has not been bound yet. Let me see if I can find where I started machine quilting it. Here we go. So I started machine quilting it with like a variegated thread match all these colors. I have went around all of the raw edges and around the outside border just to make sure everything stays down. And it still has pins in it, has the safety pins in it. So I need to get this bound because I can throw some quilting in it anytime. Even though it's bound, I just put it on here and throw a little bit of quilting in it. So there's that jelly roll pattern. Easy peasy. And then, well, it's not going to sit there. Maybe it won't fall completely in the floor. we did this quilt doing some mindless sewing. And it is a jelly roll and a charm pack. And I believe it was 1 jelly roll and 1 charm pack. I believe is what we did. And I went and had it quilted. And it's got these beautiful little stars and just the circles. Max did a fantastic job. They always do a really good job quilting. Mindless sewing, guys. And it's just one row goes this way, the next row goes the other way. And that was it. Mindless sewing, pre-cuts, no cutting involved. It took me an afternoon to do this quilt top as well. Backing. Where did I get this backing? I know I got it. I got it when Last Stitch was still open and it was on sale. And I got it like really cheap because I bought like 3 or 4 yards of it. And I bound it in the same material. So this turned out to be a really pretty quilt. And jelly roll, charm pack, mindless sewing. But that is it, guys. That is everything I had to show you today. So let me know down below. Are you going to be sewing for National Jelly Roll Day? Are you going to be doing the fat quarter shop pattern or a fat quarter shop pattern? Let me know what you're sewing, what jelly roll you're using, and help me pick one of my jelly rolls. Christmas, Once Upon a Christmas, HoneyBloom, or Gingham Foundry. Help me pick. I really want this one though, but I will use whatever y'all end up gets the most, starting to get the most traction. I don't know, that Christmas, they're all pretty. The Christmas one would be really pretty too. And that's it. That's it for this one, guys. I think that's all we really got to chat about today. So, I'll see you tomorrow.